Joining me today is Jill Marquez out of Jacksonville, Florida. Out of an audience of more than 50,000 agents nationwide, Jill has been selected to represent Broker Agent Advisor as this month's Broker Agent of the Month for the state of Florida. And Jill, it's a privilege to be here sharing this moment with you and celebrating you for your contribution to this industry. I wanted to say congratulations on the recognition and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Brian. It's a humbling and honored experience for me, and it's all due to my wonderful customers. I can't be here without them.
This is indeed true. You're a great fit. It's my hope, Jill, that anybody that gets a chance to see this gets a sense for who you are and maybe a little bit about why you were selected. And I thought we would just explore a couple questions together. I want to start with the topic of real estate. There's a lot of different things you could be doing professionally. How and why did you become a realtor?
Wow. I worked for a bankruptcy attorney. I was a legal secretary and put in a lot of hours for that salary. Once they put you on salary, you know, the hours are never end. So I figured, you know, I could be making my own money and keeping it in my pocket. And not only that, but doing the bankruptcy, watching so many people come in and turning over their homes to where it's like, just go sell that home and you can get out of this mess, you know. And there's a lot of people, and I wanted to try to help people as well. So that's kind of how I got into it.
Well, you're uniquely positioned with that experience to be able to offer a lot of good advice to your clients. I think it kind of is part of your differentiation. You've been doing this for a while now and you've had some success. I have found that a lot of people, when they get in this business, they think it's one thing and they come to learn this business is hard and it's very different than they thought it was. What do you find most rewarding about it? What keeps you wanting to stay in this business?
And yes, it is definitely different than what I had expected. But when you see that customer's eyes on that day of closing, when you hand over those keys, that's what keeps me hooked. That's the best day that I'm going to have, you know, at that closing table. And especially when I've got a new home buyer or, you know, they're so excited. And I just love being able to be a part of helping somebody else get their dreams and to see the smile like that I could help them do that. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, kind of testimonial of yours. And I feel like it's appropriate during a video like this where you're being celebrated just to listen to how a client would describe the experience you created for them. This says, Jill Marquez is an awesome agent, bullet point or exclamation point, very organized and on the ball, makes you feel as though you are her most important client, which is a very important part for me. The house was sold by the first or second showing. They made a cash offer. The transition was smooth and swift. Thank you so much, Jill Marquez, for all your help. Like, these are the hits on some of the points that I think are really important. Like you said, you want that transaction to be something that's reasonably efficient and with minimal road bumps for the client, and you want them to feel emotionally satisfied with the outcome. And you've got a lot of those. It's clear that you're really good at what you do, which is in part why you're here. I
try to hide a lot of the bumps and bruises from them. So, you know, this is the biggest purchase they're ever going to make. And should be the most exciting. And I don't want them knowing about all the bumps and bruises if they don't have to.
Well, that's why they bring someone like you along for the journey, right? So they don't have bumps and bruises.
That's the goal.
Right? Yeah, no doubt. You're in Jacksonville, Florida. You live in a state that most people regularly dream about vacationing to. What's it like to live, work, and play in Jacksonville?
You know, Jacksonville is a very unique city. We are a city, but we're more like a bunch of small towns all put together. And I don't care if you're a country person, you know, you're a country girl, I'm a country girl, but I live in this huge city and I'm still a country girl. You know, we got the rural part, we've got the beautiful beaches. We got beautiful beaches here. Our sands are just as wide as they can be and people love it. There's always something going on in Jacksonville. You know, like I said, if you want a rodeo, you can go, we got the rodeos for you. If you want the big concerts, we've got it all. So, and like I said, it's more like small towns all put together. So it still has that small town feel, but yet we've got all the advantages of whatever you want to do, you can find it here.
Yeah, you're describing a place that has the convenience of the big city, but yet has that community feel of small town USA. And so you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Not to mention our weather. You cannot beat the weather here. You know, we get a little bit of that cool weather, but it's gone by the next day and it's back sun shining again, you know, so the weather is just unbelievable. You still get a little bit of that change of seasons, which I love.
Right.
We get too far south, it's just hot all the time. So we get
Right.
a little bit of that change. We have great weather here.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to put you on the hot seat for a minute before I let you go. We talked about how this business is a bit harder than most people think it is, and you've got a lot of experience, and I want to allow people a chance to share in that a little bit. If you were to give one piece of advice to a peer in this business based on what you've learned about this business, what would that one piece of advice be?
You know, that's good because think out of the box and always put your customers first. Go that extra mile that the other person's not going to go. And that's what it takes to be successful for me in this business. Just going that extra mile and, you know, think out of the box. There's always a solution.
Well, to your point, one of your goals is to have a process that is free of bumps and you know, hurdles in the road for the client. And sometimes that requires some creative thinking to make sure that we're doing that successfully.
Yes. You know, I see too many people, they'll come across something and it's like, well, this isn't going to do, you know, this deal's falling apart, let it go. You know, think out of the box. There's usually a solution.
Yeah. I think that if we can find solutions, then we'll find some success.
Yes.
Jill, it's been a privilege to get to know you a little bit. I am proud to share this moment with you and helping you be seen for your contribution to this industry. This industry is better because you're in it. And I want to congratulate you again on the recognition. And I wish you nothing but huge success in the rest of your journey.
Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.